Hey, what's up, homies? World Cup Day 15. Rosters, teams. Incorrect score in the bottom right corner for some reason. We're going manually on that. Cutting close as per usual. I have no idea what you're talking about. I was here in plenty of time. Croatia and South Korea, they just kicked off. Sorry, definitely struggled waking up today, chat. We got everything looking pretty today. This is what we call the art of deception. Because you see nothing. You see absolutely nothing. You've never seen anything before. Your eyes don't even work. Your eyes do not even work, chat. Eyes don't work. You are about to be brought into the light, and that's all that matters, is that you're going to be brought into the light, you know? See, do you feel like you've been brought into the light right now, chat? You feel like you've been brought into the light, don't you? You're welcome. You feel like you've been brought into the light. Welcome to the light. You can now see for the first time, chat. Tomleggosaurus apparently now fit enough to start, which is awesome. Actually, not ahead of you. I just buffered for a second or two, so... Now it's Zoe. Hello, Japan. All right, good start. It is a Vittoria shirt, yeah. You missed it. You straight up, yeah. I legitimately just had the wrong country up. Right lineup. We had the right lineup. It'd be hard to come up with the wrong lineup. We straight up had the wrong country. The funny thing is, my brain was literally like, why am I in the wrong folder on my computer? Wow, okay. Somebody come get Livakovic, please. He's literally running with my brain today. Looking like me out there. Prediction for this match today, I think this goes to penalties. I think this is the first match that goes to penalties. I think likeliest way it goes to penalties is 1-1. But I'm going penalties. In the penalty shootout, unfortunately, I have Croatia winning, and I say unfortunately because I am, like always rooting for that upset. It'd only be the third Asian team ever to make the quarterfinal. Japan has never been to the World Cup quarterfinal. It'd be a really cool story for them. But I think we go to penalties, and I think Croatia wins it in penalties. That is my prediction, chat. You
toss your prediction into the chat, please. There, toss your prediction in there.
I mean, if you throw it in the chat, it is saved forever. You can always brag about how right you were. Dude, ton of Japan picks. Like, the first 8 picks were all Japan. I got another Croatia on pens, but you guys really feeling Japan that much? I had no idea. Holy smokes. All right. A hive mind of Japan 2-1. Half of you guys are going to be right. But if that's what you feel, that's what you feel. I mean, I'm not trying to shame you out of your prediction. It just feels like Croatia's getting a little disrespect here for the level that they can normally play at. I know they haven't been overly impressive in this tournament, but Croatia is right on that second tier of really good European teams that expect to make every major tournament. The Netherlands, the Belgiums of the world, often the Swedens of the world, the teams that are supposed to just be here competing at this level every time. I predict that the drumming will drive me crazy. Hey, I love it. More drumming. Japan by 2 touchdowns? Well, that's a little bold. JP got that ramen boost today. You know why I was late today? I was reading an article. Let me see if I can find it. I can't. I was reading an article that was titled, like, Fox's whatever, like, coverage is embarrassingly bad. Oh, Fox's U.S. World Cup coverage is an unmissable abomination. Fun article. Fenton, thank you so much for the $1 to Amnesty International. My dude! I appreciate it. Oh, and Locust! Dropping $38 for Amnesty International. Thank you, Locust. They shouldn't have started Ritsu Doan. I mean, he did start in the last match, but he didn't play well when he started. It was unfortunate. Croatia's in tier 1, so Japan doesn't have an underdog anime protagonist boost. I mean, it's a, cultural, like, you think dude, I never got on the anime train, but I know, like, so many streamers that are. And there was apparently, like, a soccer anime that multiple people have been like, is it like that? And I'm like, I don't know how to answer that question. The Guardian article critical of Fox. I mean, Fox Sports coverage lost me when they called him Robert Lewandowski. And when they said Sergei Gnabry. That's when Fox's coverage lost me. And I've been ready to just absolutely obliterate it ever since. If you spend 4 years preparing to do the World Cup and drop a Robert Lewandowski on air, I'm out. I didn't watch Captain Tsubasa when I was a kid. I would say the closest I've gotten to watching anime, I don't avoid it like passionately. I was just never on-ramped into it. Was I've seen Spirited Away, which I thought was amazing. And I watched some Naruto when I was a kid because it was on like Cartoon Network. That's about it. Oi! Whoa! Perisic! Perisic! Oh! That was the most tame collection of the ball 2 yards from goal I've ever seen. This Shoichi Ganda guy is actually good. That was sweaty. And this is terrible. Tamagotsu. What are you doing, Tamagotsu, what are you doing? Tamagotsu. We'll play it wide. There you go. That was bad from Tomiyasu, honestly. He was almost solely responsible for that. Oh, easy. Easy. Easy ball for Shoichi Ganda. Croatia need to pay for what they did to Canada. Japan's out here for underdogs everywhere. European team has not lost a knockout match yet at this World Cup after such a parity-filled group stage. We've had 4 favorites win so far in the round of 16. I think that changes today, and I think it likely changes more with Japan than South Korea against Brazil, but why not? Oh, okay. Gonda's the 3rd goalkeeper for Porto-Inch. Nah, he plays in Saudi Arabia. Is that no? That's the South Korean goalkeeper who plays later today, Kim. He also plays in the Japanese league, by the way. Even though Kim's the one that plays in Saudi Arabia, Gonda plays in the... Wait. Yeah. Plays in the Japanese league. It's had a good tournament. Oi, Modric! Whee! So I DM'd you earlier. I just woke up and did this. All right, cool. Thanks. Gracious. Get Reese Boy on that so you can work while I'm doing this. Oh! Oh! Oh, it needed a better pass. Oh, it needed a better pass. Maeda is there. Oh, terrible from Lovren. Gets absolutely worked by Maeda. Oh, Maeda's there. That pass just needs to be an inch closer to him. Oh. Wow. Nice work. Oh, yo, that's a foul. Okay, the last one on Tomiyasu was not a foul where he gave the ball up and it was a huge chance. That looked like a foul. That looked like a pretty obvious foul. Shoulder, yeah, shoulder to shoulder. I didn't know his shoulder was on his back, but fair enough. I mean, that was into his back there. The last one was not a foul and he went down too easy. Look at Gvardiol. That was fantastic. Opinion on Jude Bellingham? Oh, well, you know, just terrible player. Just really bad. Same opinion everybody has in him, really. Never going to make it. I mean, obviously, he's going to be one of the best midfielders in the world for the next 15 years. So he might as well strap on the seatbelt and get used to it, right? How'd you get the Vittoria Guimaraes shirt? It was part of, we do the sponsorship of Mystery Football every month. And they say, basically send me a kit every month. And this is my Mystery Football kit this month. Got Japan in this one? You're actually in the majority. A lot of people are back in Japan in this game. I think part of it is a lot of people want Japan. JP Dellacamera is objectively the least knowledgeable commentator of soccer I've ever heard in my life. Man just goes, and the offside flag goes up. I'm going to cry. Is it better to be the underdog? Not in the knockouts, dude. All 4 favorites have won. Junya Ito. Was that not a back pass? Are we just going to ignore that for convenience? Because that was... That was deflected? Okay. I mean, I didn't see the deflection. If it was deflected, then obviously it's fine. I was curious. Oh, Maeda, hello. It's the most threatening I've ever seen Maeda look before he gets subbed out in the second half and Japan scores all of its goals. Not all of Fox's commentators are bad, but Fox's main commentators are bad. By Maeda, way to set the tone. Way to chase the ball. Petkovic getting the start, getting absolutely worked there by Yoshida, okay. Who's the guy that scored like 8 times for Maritimo? If it's Maeda, then Maeda really doesn't play much of a part in their goal scoring effort. He really just sets the tone for the first 45 minutes and then gets taken out. Japan did not call up Furuhashi, no. BBC, we have a comms team who didn't spot Bunu, wasn't playing for 37 minutes. Fair. Do you miss having Ian Dark on USA games? I do, yeah. Oi, that's foul on Japan. Look like. Okay. We play on. This ref really... Oh, now we're offside. Okay. Ref really didn't want to blow that whistle today. I see you, brother. How we doing? Good energy, good back and forth. Pretty good chance for both teams in the opening 19 minutes. You know, we take that. Pretty energetic start compared to some of the games that we've had. A few of Fox's commentators didn't understand the implications of the goals they were scored. I lost all respect for JP Dellacamera when the Uruguay situation was happening. When it was like Uruguay and Uruguay and South Korea. South Korea scored the goal, and the entire time, the guy was simply unaware. JP Dellacamera was unaware that one goal from South Korea was going to knock Uruguay out. He had no clue. We knew for an hour. We knew for an hour. That was better. And he just never knew. Even after they scored, it took him 6 minutes to fully figure out that Uruguay was out. And even when he'd done that, he was like, well, Uruguay needed to score. And that was it. That was all we got. And I was just like, I said Croatia on penalties after a 1-1 regulation. I think Croatia takes the lead, Japan ties it. We go to penalties, and Croatia wins it. I know, that sort of thing infuriates me, because you got to be able to capture the drama of the moment. I mean, I love all sports. I love soccer/football particularly. It's because of the emotion, the drama, the passion, We got negative infinity of that in one of the craziest moments of the last 4 years. Oh, that was soft. Considering the things he's called. That was soft, brother. Did that sound generic enough? I'm a fan of sports. Go sports ball. Yay. What do you think happened to Denmark? I think Denmark is a team with a small margin for error that can't score a ton of goals, and it ended up biting them. They couldn't score against a composed Tunisian defense. They couldn't score against frickin' Australia. They couldn't score against teams that were set up to not let them score. This is not a problem they had in qualifying, but on this stage, it's a problem they had. The only goal they scored was, a frickin' set piece against a French team that already had the lead. So, yeah, Dolberg's decent, didn't show up in this tournament, and they kept using Carlson, didn't really do much. I mean, I felt bad for Denmark because they definitely had the ability to beat anybody at this tournament. But if you fail to score against two teams that are set up in a low block and entirely trying to limit you, you're going to have a lot of problems at the World Cup, and they did. Not Carlson, Cornelius. That's what I meant to say. Andreas Cornelius, right? That guy was riding the struggle bus. What happened? He, rack himself while his legs accordioned? Guardiol's fine. I think he just jangled the royal jewels. How's it going, Japan? Look, Japan is looking good. Croatia's had a pretty good chance as well. The game seems to be in the balance. Oh, that should have been a better chance than it was. And the kick is good. Josko Gvardiol. Amazing field goal. Go team. Stick to playing center back, you incredibly talented wonder kid who looks like Batman. Has Japan ever made it out of the group stages before? Yes. Japan lost to Belgium in the round of 16 last year. By last year, of course, I mean 4 years ago, the last World Cup. Japan made the round to 16, took a 2-0 lead over Belgium, and then promptly lost 3-2 in a 94th minute goal. But it was a great match. Japan has never, however, been to the quarterfinal, so they've only been to the round of 16. Principal Agent, I appreciate it. They made 16 all 3 times, have lost all 3 times. Boom. 4th time's the charm then, we'll see. Oh, Petkovic. He's got a man. Oh. Yo, Croatia. The pass was there. If he holds, if instead of taking it wide, if he shoulders off here. Oh, that was such lazy defending. If he, dude, look at how open that guy is and was for 3 touches. Petkovic is a good striker. Yeah, he plays the Croatian league for Dinamo Zagreb. He's a good striker. Wide load, you know, broad lad. Japan's women's team's been world champions. We don't talk about that. I've involved a penalty shootout against the U.S. We got him back 4 years later, though. One of the more embarrassing World Cup finals of either gender in recent memory. At 4-0 first half, where my mom was asking me, she's like, this feels mean. Do we beat everybody like this? I'm like, no, Mom, they beat us 4 years ago. This is deserved. That is a real question my mom asked. After we took a 4-0 lead in 25 minutes, she started to feel bad for the Japan team, and I'm like, stay strong, Mother. They deserve this. They beat us 4 years ago. They had this coming. It was funny, though. I was like, yeah, stay strong. Remember what they did to us. As much as that goalkeeper might cry because she lost the ball in the sun, she ended our World Cup 4 years ago. This must happen. You understand. I was like, speaking of anime protagonists, I had that energy explaining what was going on. Yeah, remember the Alamo, Mother. Who am I rooting for? Japan. I want chaos. I want upsets. I want the first Japanese team, the third Asian team to ever make the World Cup quarterfinal would be awesome. Only been 2 Asian teams to ever make the World Cup quarterfinal. One, of course, was oh! What a header, dude! Perisic is such a beast. Nice defensive header that time, and well scuttled by Junya Ito. Explains why I refused to call them Japan at the start of the stream. I literally willfully went into the folder for the second game and just grabbed the underdog team to put on the right in the second game. So I always put the I always put the betting underdog on the right. Or when you're looking at it on the right, and then the winning team on the left. The betting favorite on the left. And I literally just grabbed the wrong right-sided team for today. I literally just had South Korea's stuff over there. If you're wondering, the window, the look behind the veil of how something like that happens. Oh. Cheeky. Hard to watch your stream with the coverage in Australia. You're about 7 seconds ahead. Well, the ahead is actually good. You can delay the stream using Twitch DVR so that you can watch it in line with your coverage. Show us the game. If I could actually show you the game and I wasn't, that would probably be the dumbest decision I could ever make. But I do not. I do not have the money to buy broadcast rights in the United. I can't compete with Fox to buy the broadcast rights for the World Cup, unfortunately. But I'm happy to watch the game with you. There's some dude with like 40,000 viewers. I think there's a Brazilian guy for the Portuguese that is what a pass. Has bought broadcast rights for a few games, which is really cool. But probably a lot cheaper than buying the broadcast rights where I am. Yeah, one per day. That's what somebody was saying. He bought the rights to 1 game per day. Yeah, it's simple. Just got to make more YouTube vids, chat. Just got to make more YouTube vids. I wonder how much they are. They're a ton of money. Even if it's in Brazil, which would be less than in the US, it's a ton of money. We're talking 8 figures if you wanted to get like a game in the US. Oi! You keep hoarding editors instead of buying broadcast rights. But wasn't it cool we could release a video every day for 35 days? That was cool, right? I thought that was neato how he did that. Analysts and pitch side reporters, Maxwell and Adler. That's 2026 World Cup. You know we got it. All right. Game's settled down a little bit now. Do Canada, USA, and Mexico all automatically qualify for the next World Cup? Yes. Isn't Kamada a forward? Dude's been playing like center mid this tournament. He has not been as influential as I would have thought he was going to be, but I think Kamada will find his way into this tournament soon. Actually, it hasn't yet been decided. That's wrong. It has been decided. They're all qualifying. I know it's been decided because they've decided how many CONCACAF teams will be able to qualify with all of those teams automatically qualifying. So assuming that's already been announced, then yeah, it's pretty safe to assume all 3 teams are going to qualify. We have more teams to the World Cup, 48 instead of 32. CONCACAF gets 6 automatic spots in a 48-team World Cup, so CONCACAF now gets 3 automatic spots because there are 3 automatically qualified CONCACAF teams. It like really isn't ain't that weird, brother. They get 3 automatic spots and the 2 playoff spots are still there, yeah. They just remove those 3 spots from qualifying. Oh, hello, Daiichi. Whatever the Japan chant is. Da 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 da. I don't see the 48 format as a long-term plan. I mean, I think they'll ride that for the next 40 years at least. Maybe eventually it goes to 64, but I don't see it ever going past 64. There are only so many countries in the world. I think as more countries get good, you could rationalize an expansion to 64, but I think it will be a long way in the future. That's the problem. This isn't like, there aren't more countries being added all the time. Now, every country in the world essentially has a competent FA and a national team and everything. They just have to improve to a level that you would want to expand it. Will the Euros be much stronger than the World Cup? No, I think a 48-team World Cup will still be better than the Euros. But the Euros are always, I will always watch all the Euros. Asian Cup, I watch the extended highlights. I usually watch AFCON. AFCON's just so wild and weird, usually. All right, Ritsu. Oh, good idea. Oh, Kamada. Absolutely bullied there by Yoshiko Gvardiol. That's some space. I mean, maybe. Yoshiko Gvardiol and all of his freedom. Oh, that was a terrible pass. I think this will go to Pens. I picked Pens to start, yeah. I think we're headed straight to Pens. Not straight to Pens, so I think we are headed to Pens. The only national tournament I never watch is the Oceania Cup. Well, often it's also the qualifying, so... Don't count out India just yet. You said 64-team World Cup, they won't make it. Don't count them out. They made the Asian Cup last time. They're like, God, they've gone from completely terrible to somewhat competent. Japan with a late winner at 85. I actually have Croatia scoring first and then Japan grabbing a late equalizer. You're called Zealand. Now, can you not watch Oceania? Look, I root hard for New Zealand. I love New Zealand. My namesake, my people. I would wake up really early to watch them at the World Cup in South Africa. But, they're not often involved in such things. Cricket and rugby, they get going, but... Wow. That was a bad pass. Kovacic. Well cut out. Ito. Nice. Kamada. Which side of the pitch are they in? Japan has comfortable possession passing between its three center backs right now. They've gotten 5 at the back today. Wing backs haven't been overly aggressive. Yoshida, Tamagotsu, and Taniguchi are the back 3. Well, that might have been the worst cross we've seen this tournament, but nice build-up. A dude with a shirt that says, "Welcome to Blue Heaven." So what is this dude dressed as? Exactly. The guy whose face is painted white when he looks like he's in a marshmallow. Somebody help me there. Anybody know? A bunny, I believe. A bunny, all right. Respect it. Nothing beats the guys with the inflatable kangaroos. Sad boys with inflatable kangaroo. Really? That's the call? Come on, Yoshida. I don't think there needs to be a cultural connection for you to dress up as something. I just had no idea because I feel like a couple of people are wearing that outfit and I have no idea what it is. Yeah, this would be the third Asian team to make the quarterfinals. There have only been 2 ever. Maeda, lay it off. Oh, no. Oh. A weird dummy by Juranovic that's given the ball back to Japan for some reason. Oh, wow. Maeda, nice. Didn't play advantage on that obvious foul, whatever. Oh, what a pass. What a freaking play. Oh. Yo. That was gorgeous. Oh, that was the BOGO Janito right there, brothers. That was the BOGO Janito. BOGO Janito. Oh. Wow. Look at that back heel. Shut up. That's our thing, chat. We're going to make that a thing just in this chat. Like a K-Kona BOGO Janito, brothers. BOGO Janito. That's the world's beautiful game. That's not exclusive to Brazil. That is the world's beautiful game, is BOGO Janito. At the end of this World Cup, I want a BOGO Janito t-shirt. One of Fox's many brilliant moments at this World Cup. Well, that's what they call BOGO Janito, huh? What is BOGO Janito? An American commentator's mispronunciation of Jogo Bonito is what BOGO Janito is. Ooh, expansive. Junya Ito. Oh. Ito's touch is great, though. Those switches, he gets them down right away. Ritsudoan. Whoa. Livakovic flying in there for some reason. Nobody made the run, though. Another corner. Good talk. Japan kind of getting control of this game right now. Croatia needs to get a little more of the ball and hang on to it. Oh, good ball in. Oh, surely it's Maeda for Japan. Go! Is he onside? I have no idea. Hello. Onside, yep. First ball onside, definitely onside. Excellent training ground play, across, in the back of the net. What a big goal right before the half. What a big goal right before the half to turn their... Oh, really? What in the world? He didn't touch it, so he can't be offside. That's not true. You can be offside if you influence the play from an offside position, so... Yeah. They had taken control of the game over the last 15 minutes, and they found it. So my prediction's officially busted. I said Croatia goal, then Japan comeback. Maeda with only a second goal for Japan. And now it is Japan trying to go to the quarterfinals of the World Cup for the first time ever. Multiple-time World Cup semifinalist Croatia now on the ropes. Assuming they were checking the first ball. I've seen offsides called that looked really similar to that, where it's like a millimeter. Please don't get Japan. True. Japan does they're a lot more comfortable coming from behind in the second half. They would have had Croatia right where they want him. Now Japan has the lead, and it's Croatia that's going to be trying to come from behind in the second half. That's our situation now. I feel like Maeda wasn't even supposed to score. He's the pressing forward in the first half before they bring in the cavalry in the second half. That's why I respect you, mate. You say millimeter. Well, I just feel like millimeter's smaller than inch. I've always used millimeter. Yeah, he's onside by like... I'm going to say something really, really, really controversial. And I'm glad they didn't call it. He was offside. And I'm so glad they didn't call it. He was offside. By a very small margin, he was offside. I mean, tell me that didn't look like it was offside. He was. Like, factually. Oh! But I'm glad they didn't call it spirit of the game. That's just not the call to make, but... I just saw the whole laser VAR thing. Did you see his little piece of shoulder through that line? Arm doesn't count, I know. Just that little piece of his shoulder that was through that line. That little... You're just not trying to be controversial. He had that little... Yeah, I'm doing this for impressions on Twitter right now, chat. Where it did that little piece of his arm. Like, right on the shoulder, looked like it was up. Look, in the spirit of the game, it's not a goal. It's halftime. Whistle came. Am I blind, or when they drew the line, it looked like a little bit of his shoulder was over the line? It's for clicks. Somebody clip this and tweet this, please. I need the clicks. How you watching the game? I've got Fox up on my computadora. The question's where a shoulder ends and an arm begins. It's true. It's true. That's one for the philosophers, chat. Where does an arm end and a shoulder begin? Curse you, content creator. I hate that word so much. He's a content creator. Chat, who was your player of the half? My answer is whoever made that backheel pass from the end line. Gracious communication. Curse you, brother, you social media hack. Maeda's shiny bald head. Junya Ito, if I'm answering honestly who my player of the half is, it might be Junya Ito. I feel like he's influenced the game and pushed it forward as well as you could. Obviously, Maeda's in there. He scored the goal, and I think outside of the goal, he's provided a lot of excellent pressure. Let's bump a little tunage while we're hanging out. Hey, you! Let we go together. Marita did the back heel. Ooh. Maybe it is Marita. You sound a lot like Bane when you get close to the mic.
Yeah, I was molded by it.
Halftime breather, what a half. It's slut energy so far. Huh. I'm gonna say that's a 10 out of 10 Bane, dude. I promise I literally can't remember the line.
You were brought into the darkness. I was molded by it. Japan was brought in.
Wait. The joke is here. I'll find it. Give me a second. Hold up. Let him cook.
Croatia was merely brought into the darkness. Japan was molded by it.
Japan's movement and attack's been top notch. Honestly, their touch. Japan's touch. People underrate touch all the time. Japan's ability to control the ball quickly and then make something happen with it has been crucial to this first half. They get the ball into a position, but this is what the United States can't do. This is why I notice it so well. Japan controls the ball so well. They teach the technical side of the game so well. They bring the ball under their spell, and then they're able to do things with it faster than what other teams are. What is the line? You adopted the dark, I was born in it. There we go. Thank you. Dude, the Fox analysts, right? They start the scene and none of them are on camera, and then they walk into the middle, and it's one of the funniest things I've ever seen ever. Because they walk into the middle and yo, what's up, homie? You don't know where I'm from, dog. Texas is the answer. Clint Dempsey is from Texas, by the way. That's what Australia lacked at the moment. Quick and decisive. I mean, honestly, what Australia lacks, Australia has the togetherness, the belief, the toughness. What they don't have is the actual ability. And that sounds more savage than it is, because they totally earned a round of 16 spot at the World Cup, which is incredibly impressive. But Japan needs players playing Australia needs players playing at a higher level than they have. Yeah, Australia just lacks top end players in their team. They don't have difference makers. They don't have a Pulisic. They don't have any number of the guys that Japan has, from Kamada to Yoshida to Tomiyasu to even Junya Ito. Yeah, need a new generation. Need to give opportunities to new guys if you're Australia, but a great effort to get to the round of 16. How about Asia getting more round of 16 teams in South America? Absolute dud for South America. Normally get 5 teams in a World Cup, 1 lost in the playoff to Australia, and 2 more in Uruguay and Ecuador getting knocked out in the group stage. Pulisic Pulisic created 9 goal-scoring chances at this World Cup, had an assist and a goal for the United States. He was involved in 2 of our 3 goals. It'd be hard to say he wasn't a huge reason that we got where we got. We should take away their slots. Obviously, South America doesn't deserve to send half their continent to the World Cup. Harsh, but apparently true. South America is about to expand to 6, maybe even 7 spots, chat. He needs to play more in Chelsea, he needs to leave. I think Pulisic needs to leave, obviously. That's conversation for the January transfer window, but I think every attacker at Chelsea gets stifled unless your name's Mason Mount, so you should probably just leave, right? Back to Dortmund wouldn't be the worst thing in the world. Yeah, it's separate. I mean, I guess halftime discussion. Where do you guys think Pulisic should go? I think he should go to Italy. I think that he would be great in the Italian league. He has the energy and the running to attack low blocks. I think he defends from the front pretty well. I think that a move to an Italian team, one of the Milan teams, would be good. I don't know if he has the technical ability to play in La Liga like Sevilla, but... Watch this on the train. Well, welcome, we smoochin'. Seeing some Newcastle and West Ham shouts. I think Pulisic's level... Like, he can play for Chelsea. If Chelsea just decided to play him at left wing every game and make him the regular left wing player, I think he'd have a good career. I think Chelsea would win some stuff. They already have. But
hey,
if they don't want to do that, I feel like a team like Newcastle that's trying to elevate would be good. I feel like maybe a team like West Ham. I don't disagree with either of those. But I also know Pulisic wants to play in Europe. Pulisic's not Chelsea level. I mean, I think that's just not true. People forget way too easily what he did to, I think Pulisic's pretty similar to... They forget what... Sorry, I need to finish the sentence before I move on to the next one. They forget so often what he did to Real Madrid. I mean, in the Champions League semifinal. Right? Pantsed Real Madrid in the Champions League semifinal. I'm not going to go ahead and say he's the best player on the Chelsea team. He's not. But to say he doesn't belong on the team. He's better than Leandro Trossard. He's absolutely better than Leandro Trossard.
hello Zealand.
Production's better than promise. Production is better than promise. And he has more production. Pulisic goes missing in Prim games. I mean, yeah, so does almost everybody. But I can't hear Nim. I'm hiding in your channel. Why can't I hear him? I didn't know anybody was here. I should be able to hear him. Oh, that's awkward.
Hello?
Hello.
Oh. Sorry. I didn't mean to force myself in.
No, you're okay. If you spoke, I could not hear you. I don't know why.
Oh, maybe I had baby voice.
No, I like checked my audio. Everything looked fine, but I swear I just didn't hear a thing.
Well, I just wanted to show up and talk about the match real fast in halftime with you. We got 2 minutes.
Yeah.
What do you want to talk about?
Well, I mean, they've already heard my thoughts. What did you think of the first half?
Yeah, pretty excited. I'm honestly rooting, I think, for Japan. Because, I feel like they're the underdog, and I like rooting for the underdog. Also, put money on them. And I think it's a fairly deserved first half victory for them. I feel like they are somehow managing to make a lot of things happen without committing all that many attackers. Meanwhile, Croatia seems to be sort of struggling figuring out the Japanese defense. How accurate or inaccurate is this analysis by me?
I think it's right. I think Japan deserves the lead. Their last 15 to 20 minutes was was really good. And Croatia's created one chance, but it's because Japan messed up massively.
Right. Surprisingly, Tomiyasu out of everyone, huh?
Yeah, well, I think he thought he was going to get the call, but what he didn't know is this ref has been paid to let the European team through, apparently. It, hasn't called a foul for Japan in the entire game.
Right.
So, the Japanese defense, there's also a back five. Whenever you're playing a back five and you can get a lead, that just makes you feel so much better.
That's what I'm thinking. What can even Croatia do differently now? They already struggled getting through, and now Japan's probably looking to lock it down even more, right?
Yeah, they will. And Japan is a good tactical team, and they will know. A lot of these guys were on the team that blew. Yeah. They had the lead in the round of 16 4 years ago, and they blew it. So they're going to be super determined to not let that happen again.
Right.
Yeah, well, I mean, we'll see, but it is going to be, I think what we'll see in the second half is going to be more Croatia with the ball, and Japan's going to give it to them just so that they can be super solid at the back. And so we'll see Japanese counters with those really, the quick wingers they have like Ito, and then Japan will be sitting in and Croatia will have the ball. And maybe we'll see something special from Modric, but Croatia has offensive options on the bench. They can bring in number 14. What the heck is his name? Scored against Canada. I really started that sentence like
Livaja.
Lavia? Oh, yeah, it's Marco Lavia. They can bring in Marco Lavia. They can bring in Pasalic. They can bring in Mislav Orsic. All of those guys are good attacking players. Like, really accomplished attacking players that can go after Japan. So this is not over, obviously. Croatia's just too good for you to count them out. But Japan's looked really good in the first half.
Definitely. I agree with all of those things. I was thinking the exact same thing.
Well, it's because you know ball, Nim. It's clear.
Sometimes in my head, I'm thinking like, if I'm playing Football Manager right now, what would I do as Croatia, you know?
I was
trying to go shoot on sights.
I think it was my brother. We're walking to the grocery store. And my brother's talking about, well, what would you do with the U.S. national team? And I started talking about inverted wingbacks and stuff. And I was like, you know what, Heather? Sorry, I'm just Football Managering this right now. And I was like, yeah. I just realized that I was just using Football Manager terms like, well, if he goes wide and he cuts inside, then we can create an overload. You gotta tell him specifically to get further forward, like a player instruction. I'm like, I'm really just playing Football Manager in my head. It's like how I internalize everything that I'm watching is roles in Football Manager. Yeah, if I just download a nice 4-3-3 gegenpress tactic, true. That's what Croatia needs to do. A good 4-2-3-1 gegenpress. Download.
Well, they already looked higher towards the end of the first half. They stopped pressing as high up. You notice?
What they look like, unfortunately for Croatia, is the same way they looked against Morocco. In the same way I thought they looked against Belgium, where it was very much not adventurous, not going forward, not feeling out the other team. Not really putting them on the back foot. I mean, Japan hasn't been under siege much in that half at all. Like, they just weren't in their own half defending with Croatia having the ball looking for a spot to attack. Oh, here we are. Oh, I love when they come back from commercial and they're literally standing in the center circle about to kick the ball.
Yeah. Cutting it short. I'm gonna escape back to my corner of my stream. I like it's not my own voice too much to do play-by-play with someone else.
That is perfectly fine. Thanks for hopping in at halftime. I'm sorry I didn't hear you the first time.
No, that's all good. Thank you very much. It was very insightful commentary.
Yeah, you were very insightful. Stop kidding yourself. I'll talk to you soon. Second half underway, chat. Thank you to Nim. See ya.
Thank you.
Nim's a great guy who knows a lot more ball than he thinks he does. He's honestly a wonderful escape. Like, when we go to TwitchCon, he's the guy I just hang out with and talk ball with. Oh, Kamada! Daiichi Kamada! That's the best I've seen Kamada look. Second half underway. Let me get rid of our little halftime tag there. Maeda's goal in the 33rd minute on a set piece for Japan. That's the difference. And Croatia has 45 minutes to save its hide. Pirate. I love that dancing peepo, dude. I love me some dancing peepo. Oh, Croatia. Perisic. Yoshida probably could have gone for that. Well done by Taniguchi. I don't know where Taniguchi plays. Why does the FIFA app not have the ability to... Taniguchi. Shogo Taniguchi plays in the Japanese league. I just have to assume if I don't know where they play in the Japanese league. Any halftime changes? No halftime changes. Music died. Sorry, Pirate. You can play it yourself. It is Stream Beats Hi-Fi. You know, if you're trying to jam while you watch the game. Are you unable to broadcast the game sound? Yeah. Or else I'd be running a very successful radio station by now. That also counts as if I actually provide too much detailed play-by-play commentary, like, you know, oh, here goes my Ada. Like, if I do that for the whole game, that is also a violation of broadcast rights. And I could be sued for that. Or at least DMCA'd for it and would, you know, because I don't have the rights to rebroadcast the game. I do, however, have the rights to sit here and watch the game with you and talk about it. Oh, Petkovich. Yay. I was curious about that. Yeah, that's how it works. So, like radio stations, you have to buy the rights to broadcast the game as well. Just audio, you know, the audio broadcast rights. Woo! Hey! Good challenge by Wataru Indo. Shout out, the flag says Vamos Bravo. Love it. Let's fund Z's court expenses. Or you could just fund our fundraising campaign for Amnesty International, where we've raised over $6,000 for Amnesty International while watching the World Cup, a great human rights organization. So apparently they've created a Boga Janito thing, but I can't see it because it's in that one thing I haven't activated on my gaming computer yet. So in the chat over here, I can't see it. Now tuning in, who scored? We fortunately have this little thing right there for you. Maeda in the 43rd and a set piece. Add 7 TV, you scrub. I think it's like I don't have the extra 7 TV or something because I can see a lot of them. Oh, nice turn. Croatia trying to press better, but Japan looking pretty swaggerific. Ooh, that was a dangerous deflection. Livakovic is on an adventure here. Somebody? Anybody? Nobody? Okay. Mom Buddy just posted the link a little above there. Da, 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 da. Hey, it's a foul on Croatia. That's the first one of the game, I think. Indo's down. One of the Peacocks back soon, but I'm not making any promises. Because recording videos and doing the World Cup and stuff, it's been a very long run. I've really enjoyed it, and it's been a lot of fun, but there hasn't been a lot of time to, like, take a breath and, manage some Peacocks. But the Peacocks will be back real soon. Obviously, because we're getting into the part of the World Cup where there just aren't, you know, once we get to the quarterfinals, there's literally one match a day, and there's like a couple of off days before that, so the Peacocks are en route. Oh, Maeda, making Lovren uncomfortable. Oh, yo, Maeda. I think he just told the Croatian players VAR was going to look at that at the next dead ball, so we got to wait for that. Easy. That was a terrible ball, honestly. Pretty threatening situation. I want to see a replay of that. They're showing me the replay of the play now. Ball in. Dive. I mean, good God. Bro, you're never going to get that call. Like, he has a little hold of the jersey. Nothing aggressive, not tugging him anywhere. He goes down because he feels his jersey's being held. But you need it to be pulled in some direction for that to be like irrelevant. Yeah, that's never a pin. Let me ask you, I remember you wanted to be a commentator yourself as a professional, but how, with your channel overall grew crazy cool rates, the goal still in mind? No, honestly. I love broadcasting, play-by-play broadcasting, passion of mine, first love, first job, something I was addicted to improving at. But now it's a hobby, right? Now it's something I love to do, and I do it every once in a while. But I like YouTube and Twitch more, I think. In a perfect world, I'd do both, but play-by-play broadcasting requires such a life and lifestyle commitment for much less opportunity to advance quickly. Oh, that was a weird bounce that nearly set my ADA up perfectly. You actually pronounced names to some of the European commentators. I mean, playing soccer video games for over a decade, my mother can attest to this, Mom Butt. I've always been a fan of cool names. Play-by-play announcing, you always end up saying names. And so I've always just enjoyed cool names and enjoyed saying them. I don't say every name right, but I like trying. Do-do-do. Oh, Kamada. Oh, Daiichi. I think there's a sport that's got cooler names than football. Now, I mean, American football has some really cool names. You got no DeBrickshaw Ferguson's playing in the World Cup. Barcavius Mingo is an NFL player. That's a sick name. Ha Clinton Dix. Weston Steelhammer. No, commentating was my job. I just, Twitch and YouTube's been very fun. Oh, what a goal! Oh, out of absolutely nothing, Ivan Perisic for Croatia with the goal! Yo, what? Dude, since when was this even half a chance? Because, like, that was such a tame ball into the box. This is a header from 16 yards away. That is a fabulous header. Perisic in a Croatian shirt is like all time, dude. What he did at the World Cup 4 years ago and to score a goal that is so banal, you know? Although that being said, 1-1 against Japan in the second half at this World Cup, that thing scares me. Oh my goodness, Kamada. Aye. Bad ball. Endo. Yo! Oi! Wataru Endo. What a hit. This game's gotten lit. I think we're going to have our best game of the knockouts so far right here. Japan and Croatia. Oh, that's a dangerous ball. That's a tricky ball. Livakovic did well. Oh, Marita. Too slow with that ball. But Japan's giving Croatia a run for their money, absolutely. Japan had the lead at halftime. Uncomfortable position for them. Oh, wow, bad giveaway by Endo. Perisic, he's the guy that can punish them. You know he's shooting. He went too quickly and missed. Great clearing touch. Perisic tried to shoot so quickly that he didn't get closed down there, and he missed the ball. Ah, the ball from Dejan Lovren, just how they drew it up. Is that a handball? It kind of looked like a handball. Da-da-da. All right, Japan needed to settle down there for a second. That was Croatia's best, 5 minutes of the whole match. Now he seemed to be back. That was an excellent, excellent pass to Doan. Oi. Endo, he wants a pop. Oh, well cut. Oh, Endo. Look wide, brother. Look wide. It's open out there. It's open over there. Korea beating Brazil cannot happen in a million years. I mean, Korea did just beat Portugal. Cameroon also just beat Brazil. Wouldn't say it's impossible. Yeah, I mean, Dawn, wide. There's nobody there. That whole area, that wide area, nobody. That guy's not calling for it, though. I'll be honest. If I'm Junya Ito, I'm screaming. He's just standing there. You gotta be screaming, screeching down, get some momentum. Wow, did it just get really quiet because the Japanese fans stopped singing for the first time all game? I think so. Ah, yep. Changes. Bekovic coming off. That's fair. We haven't seen Budimir really in this tournament. That's a bit of a weird sub. Have not really seen Ante Budimir in this tournament. 1 goal in 16 international appearances, according to the thing. Modric! Oh, what a save! Yo! That is an outrageous save. Not only did he have to get there, the hands have to be so strong. Oh, wow. Fox just went backward by 40 seconds. Let me refresh here. Yeah, I'm basically on time. I'm behind by like 2 seconds, but Fox literally went backward by a lot of seconds. I'll get the clock set in a second. That is a really good save. Strafes over, doesn't jump too early. Very good. All right, Japan making changes. Clock's right. It should be Maeda. Even though he scored, it should be Maeda, yeah. And Yuto Nagatomo, yep. Maeda's always started and always come out. All right, let me get the subs up. Yeah, I don't think so. I don't think so, Takuma. I love your optimism, but I don't think so. This is the best knockout stage game by far. I would actually not by far. Our Australia Argentina was good. Not going to try and give the U.S. more credit than it deserves, and France and England took care of business. Very competitive back and forth. You feel like both teams can definitely win. Still pens. My pick was 1-1 to penalties. I feel like there might be a goal in this. It's a little open for a pens pick right now. It is a little open for that. It's a feeling that both teams are just asking a few too many questions for there not to be an answer. Juranovic. It's easy to deal with, but there's no midfield there at all. Perisic. Oh, great block by Mitoma. Whoa, fly by Ito. Oi! Well, I found Ante Budimir. He's poaching. I bet $25 at Croatia. Yeah, you have a shot. Croatia's look better in the second half. That's a good long throw by Juranovic. That was a very good long throw by Juranovic. Somebody got to make that run. Well taken by Gonda. I took 6 or more goals today, yeah, I wouldn't have taken that. With the way Croatia limits games. Oh, wow. Andre Kramaric. Or as JP Della Camera says, Andre Kramaric. Alrighty. Mario Pasalic. Weird subs here. They only have 1 sub window left for 3 more substitutions, Croatia. It is extra time. There'd be 2 15-minute halves of extra time and then penalties. This is the latest we have been tied in any of the knockout matches we've seen so far. Oh yeah, I forgot about another one of Fox's many mispronunciations, Mishi Batsuya. Japan's greatest striker, or the Belgian Mishi Batshuayi. You decide. That's 6 goals today in total. See, I mean, Brazil could score a bunch. Great job by Ito to keep that in. Really good work by Ito. Dewan, oh, you got to play the aggressive pass there into Kamada. Come on, live a little. Ay. Mandzukic just retired, yeah. He is on the bench as a coach. Huh. So you will see Mandzukic on the bench. It'll kind of throw you off a little bit. Bruh. Tomiyasu's... No, I mean, he's made 2 mistakes that were really obvious. One gave Croatia their best overall goal-scoring chance in this game. Where's Minamino? They do have Kubo and Minamino off the bench here. They have 3 subs with 2 windows left to make them, where Croatia has 3 subs with 1 window left to make substitutions. What was that? Bruh. Kubo's injured? He might be. I mean, I don't have the insider news to the Japan camp, and I haven't read any news stories on it, but if he's not on the field, and he will, unlike Minamino, he has been a regular starter, so I'd imagine that he is possibly injured then, yeah. He's sick. Oh, well, that sucks. Junya Ito. Oh. Oh, that was poor. Could have gone the other way there, Ito. Whoa, that was terrible. How was that so bad? Da, da, da. We haven't seen extra time at the World Cup yet, but they get an extra window and an extra sub. So that would mean Croatia would have, 4 subs and 2 windows. But I think somebody's trying to win this in regulation. Here we go. Japan making a change. Oh, wow. Kamada's coming off. Hiroki Sakai. That is Sakai was their center back sub in an earlier game, and they just brought him in for Kamada. Oh, so they're taking Ito off of right wing back. They put this dude in at right. They put Sakai in at right wing back, and they're moving Ito up to a winger position. And they just took out Kamada to do it. Yo, what? That's okay, yeah. Foul on Croatia there. Now it's still 5 at the back. They've got Tomiyasu, they have Taniguchi, and they have Yoshida on the field. Now the new guy, Sakai, is on the right. They already brought in Mitoma to play on the left. That's the back 5. So it's a 5-3-2, it looks like. Oh, look at this. That was a good tackle. Ito's on the left, and right now, Ritsu Doan on the right. Boy, terrible giveaways from Japan. On the last couple, oh my. Perisic looks like the most dangerous guy in the field right now. I mean, he is the most dangerous guy in the field right now. Yeah, of all people, that was Maya Yoshida. Oh, go on. Ritsu Doan in the nick of time. Oh, you just got kicked in the leg there. There's like a nervous energy that has fallen over this stadium, you know? A real nervous energy that has descended. Is this nasty? I didn't really see this. I just think Croatia feels so much more comfortable in this situation, which is understandable. They like come to expect this, you know, almost based off their World Cup run 4 years ago. They were in this spot so many times. You're never fully comfortable with this kind of pressure, but Junya Ito, that is a half decent ball. Oh, nice pass. Oh, shoot it. Oh, shoot it. I think he'd already programmed his brain to cross that ball and had no idea how open he was going to be when he turned in. When he made that turn, he was just open. I didn't think that he thought that was going to happen. If he turns into that and smacks it first time, that is not an easy save because the goalkeeper's not perfectly positioned there. He's not expecting such a clean look on goal from that turn. Well taken by Ito. Takuma Asano. Oh, yeah, Lovren. That was good. Like, you know, it's a fun call when everybody on both benches is arguing that either it should have been a yellow or not a foul. That was good goalkeeping. I thought for all the world he was going to punch that. But he could catch it. Ball was up in the air. I love people that are watching on DVR will be like, shoot the ball! Like, 45 seconds after we see it. It's great. Wholesome. Brings everybody together. Oh, he's off. All right. Keeper aging me. I mean, that was the right play. That ball had the right height for him to be able to come out and get it. Oh, yeah. Easy call. I mean, I gotta be honest, the last 15 minutes of this game is slowed to an absolute crawl after what had been an excellent hour. Thoughts on the U.S. performance at the World Cup? Up to expectation. Got out of the group. Didn't lose to England. What we would have hoped there. And then, got to the knockouts and lost. This is where Croatia wants to be right here. Searching for an opening. Oh. That was a uncharacteristically poor touch from Perisic. Yeah, the funny thing, Cornelius, is I'd actually been sitting here watching, figuring out that the previous message about like how many Nippons there were in the chant was wrong, and I was like, no, there's 4 Nippons in the chant. It's a good chant. It's been provided the soundtrack to this game. Oh, Asano, hello. And that's that. Okay. How many of you are watching and working from home? Quote unquote working. Important distinction. Yeah, I mean, this just feels like it has to be extra time, basically. Isles says me. Isles doing the same. It's the activity is the same. Moving my mouse every 5 minutes. Got to keep that, got to keep it online. Watching and working from the office, even better. That ball was not out. Japan's something of an expert on the subject. Oh, good ball! I was a better ball than the one Perisic already scored on. I wonder when this was going to happen. Our final substitution window for the Japanese. Minamino. Minamino in. Ritsudo on off. Last sub Japan can make unless there's extra time. That was such a nice combo, but they're not going to hit this pass. Well, Gonda didn't exactly hit that well. I'm surprised he didn't get a yellow for that. Normally when you see teams really aggressively try and play it quickly through a guy that's standing there, you get it. You see a yellow can be given for that. But I don't think Perisic wouldn't pick up a second yellow. It wouldn't be a dangerous thing. Just a game control thing. I think the ref is from the U.S. Checks out. Ugh. Kobe Jones describes this as a stalemate. The game has fallen into a stalemate. I think the game has fallen into exactly what Croatia wants to be almost. He's off. I looked off. Oi! There's the yellow. All right. Oi! Dude, honestly, Croatia's been committing these fouls early in the build-up non-stop. You'll notice it more. Like, I noticed it earlier in this half. But every time they turn the ball over, they don't do there's no obvious professional fouls, but they just, like, take a piece of the early part of the build-up. Like, they will just go and take, the first guy that receives the ball, he'll get rid of it real quick, and then they'll just kind of chop his legs out. Clearly, it's part of Croatia's game plan to cut away their counterattack. Dude, this guy calls every aerial challenge Sakai is in as a foul on Sakai. Every single time. I mean, that's like 3 in a row on that side. Sakai looks so done. I mean, apparently, if you're in an aerial duel, you just gotta fall over and you're gonna get the call, so. That's what you just gotta do. If you're in an aerial duel, foul. The ref is jealous of Sakai's jawline. It's likely. I'm jealous of Sakai's jawline. Sakai looks like the crimson. He looks like the crimson shin, dude. Oh, that was terrible. Yeah, we're headed to extra time. Maybe. Maybe I was wrong. Do we have one more attack here? You know, Japan is so compact right now. They're like, man, we lost with seconds to go against Belgium last time. It is not happening this time. Great ball by Gonda. Wow. That was a great ball. Come on, Japan. Throw a ball in the box. Extra time. Our first extra time at this World Cup. 1-1 between Japan and Croatia. All right, I want two things. One, I want your player of the game so far. I asked that question. I'm going to go Perisic. I think his individual effort on that goal is the reason Croatia is here, and it was fabulous. I'm going to go Perisic, but I want your individual player of the half, and I want to go get some water. Hydrate, go to the bathroom, do what you need to do, because we've got extra time coming up. Extra time!
Hello, sir. Pikachu. Oh. Okay.
Damn, I was in the kitchen getting a drink, dude. What's up?
Oh, I always show up at the worst times, don't I?
You always have impeccable timing, and don't let anybody tell you otherwise. Chat enjoyed your miraculous appearance. I have I have pumpkin spice bagel in the toaster right now.
Lovely.
And I bought it at the grocery store yesterday. I have no idea whether it's going to be terrible or good.
Oh, one of these days you need to try a Swedish lussekatt. We eat it during Christmas.
What is it called? Lussekatt.
It's like a Christmas. How do I describe it? Sweet bread.
Oh, okay.
No. Pastry, I guess. No, it's got a bunch of saffron in it.
I feel like I'm not very familiar with saffron, so I don't really know what this tastes like.
Match got kind of boring towards the end, didn't it?
Yeah, the last 30 minutes almost, both teams were very determined not to lose.
Yep.
And they really wanted to keep the ball and feel it out. I'm afraid that extra time is going to be the same, but maybe it won't. I think one game will wake it up. I think one goal. Like if somebody scores, and all of a sudden it'll be crazy.
These matches are a lot more exciting when either team is ahead by a goal.
I agree. This ref has been causing some issues for us. What have you thought of him?
I haven't been thinking about it actually. Well, how so?
That's probably good. Your folks said that. The ref has been problematic. I just don't think he's very good, honestly. Or he's having a bad.
I started getting slightly distracted at some point in the match, and I started putting on weird, wacky filters on my camera instead of following the match properly.
Yeah, we've gotten into some wild off-track conversations while they were just kind of knocking it around for the last 30 minutes.
Yep.
You're getting endorsements for Lussekatt in the chat, by the way. I'll trade you a food tip. In the US we have this thing called McDonald's. We just go there for Christmas, but it's like amazing.
Oh my goodness. Is there any actual Christmas special order from McDonald's that you could get?
The McRib?
But like that's the you can get that all year round though, right?
They
I
bring the
was-
McRib out at random times. I think the McRib's
Wow.
in McDonald's right now. I don't. There's no Christmas special at McDonald's.
If you've ever seen an uncooked McRib, I'll tell you. Once
Oh,
you
I
see that,
have.
you never
Yeah,
want-
I've never actually eaten a McRib. I just make jokes about it. The best thing at McDonald's is the breakfast. I do have a real affinity for McDonald's breakfast. Oh, okay, we just started. That was quick.
Yeah, that was pretty short.
Alrighty. Extra time. Here we are. All right, who's your winner right now? Now, I said Croatia and penalties after a 1-1 match at the start, so I'm kind of on it right now.
I think it's almost impossible to call penalties though, or like who's gonna come out of it on top.
Yeah. I went Croatia because they have the experience in penalty shootouts, but
I'm gonna go ahead and actually call a Croatian goal in either of these halves. I think it might have. The only thing is, I guess they might be too like tired to properly attempt it. But
so for those,
I mean, all it takes is a bit of class action from Perisic.
yeah, or Modric hasn't necessarily influenced the final third, as it were. But now, ooh, that's a corner. All right. I'm going to stay with my penalty prediction. Chat's leaning Japan.
Here comes the Japanese goal.
They need to go to Sakai.
Oh my God, it's in. No, I'm kidding.
How dare you? There's always somebody in the chat that takes a stab at that. They're like, goal! And then
Yeah.
nothing happens for a minute, and then the mods are like, yeet!
Uh-oh. Did I just get banned off the stream?
Oh, no, Nim's banned, chat. Mods, you know what to do. We've had this conversation.
Permaban.
Permaban. IP ban from Twitch. We know a guy. My dad actually owns Twitch, so he can take
There
care
you
of this. You don't understand the power that I have. I have my pumpkin spice bagel in the toaster. I'm gonna run and go get it, and if somebody scores a goal, I'm gonna cry.
Okay, I got you covered. Croatia's just trying to kind of build up the ball right now from behind. Okay, sending it far forward actually. But nothing comes of it. Japanese goal kick. Oh my God, all the way from the... Okay. Now I get double banned, so the bans cancel each other out. And who does Zealand think is going to win the World Cup? I believe Zealand called Brazil as the winners.
You are correct, by the way. I did call Brazil.
Would you change your mind right now if you could?
Nah. Brazil, France is the
Nah.
final. That's my guess.
Yeah, sounds pretty good.
I think after you said that, the mods just started banning people for a day for joke spoilers. Savage!
Oh,
No
I'm
mercy,
sorry.
chat! No
I
mercy!
show up to just create mayhem.
It is raining mayhem. Hashtag free him. Alright, I'm putting cream cheese on my pumpkin spice bagel.
Oh baby.
This might be terrible, honestly. I feel like a 10-year-old experimenting with random stuff in the kitchen. This is normally the time I eat between the two matches, but here I am not doing that because they're still playing. Okay.
Yeah, is this the first this is the first overtime match we have, right?
Yeah. Oh, that's like aggressively below average. Wow. Okay. Dang. Yeah, my first and last mistake was the pumpkin spice bagel, chat. You're right. It's not good. Sag. Come on, Japan. Oh, yep, yep. Oh, wow, that looked like it hurt.
Okay, I'm gonna leave you now, Zealand. I have to go do work. I gotta do my news report, so I gotta do like we're gonna have to do a live report on the match while I'm going. It'll be very exciting.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah.
Enjoy that.
Yeah, we'll see which one of us gets it right.
Ha. All right. See you, Nim. Thanks for hanging out.
Likewise, enjoy your bagel.
I won't. I appreciate it. It really isn't that good, Chet. Yeah, really, pumpkin spice bagel is just not. It's like the bad version of what you're envisioning. But Japan has dropped into a 5-4-1 right now. Peanut and cinnamon bagels? Pretty good. Like Japan's hanging back, letting him have the ball. Could you dub who is scoring and if they scored? Huh? I mean, who scored in the score is right there. We are in extra time. 2 15-minute halves. No golden goal, so you can score 5. You can win 5-1 in extra time if you want. JP Dellacamera, in his typical lack of knowledge, says the ref has done an amazing job managing this game. That is a direct quote. Vlasic is coming in. Modric? No way. No, he's just talking to the ref. Okay. Wow, okay. They just brought out Kovacic and Modric for Lavro Meyer and Nikola Vlasic. Wow. That could be the last time we see Luka Modric at a World Cup right there. If they don't win this game, that could be the last time we see him at a World Cup. There's him walking off the field right there for a sub. They just took off Luka Modric. That is wild. And Kovacic. Oh. Oh, maybe. Ah. That is wild if they don't go and win. I mean, he was mentally tougher. Who's more willing to shoulder more of the load in a penalty shootout than Luka Modric? Like, that's the guy. Or shoulder the load of such a high-pressure situation. Does anybody legitimately think Modric will be at the next World Cup? He'll be 41. He won't be. That's Domago Avita welcoming Modric to the bench. That's like the old Croatian generation on the way out. Yeah, you're right. My bad. Forgot to take Mateo off the list. The only player in this entire game that has any chance to score is Perisic. Nobody else on the field even has a chance to score, and this goes to penalties. The only guy that can make it not be penalties is Ivan Perisic. That is the only guy. Nobody else on the field can score. Every chance for Croatia falls to him. Japan's done creating chances in this game. Eat your words? I mean, I might. But the way it looks right now is the only guy that's had a chance for 30 minutes is Perisic. You repeat the bagel mistake? I mean, I'm going to eat the bagel. It's my breakfast. It's just not the best bagel I've ever had. So I'd put a little more cream cheese on it. Now it's bearable. Is the bagel sweet? No. Kind of stunned he didn't call a foul there. He literally was going to. Rewind that. The ref was putting the whistle to his mouth, and then the play exploded out of it, and he didn't say anything. And then didn't call advantage either. Bruh, Japan, bruh. Not like this, Japan. How many kits do I have? A lot. I'm not really a kit collector, but working with Mystery Football for a long time, I get a new kit every month. And I used to buy them when we'd like travel places. I'd try and get a national team kit from wherever we went. Wow, I was hoofed. Kit collector chat. Goodness. We're trying to figure out who was on Epstein's Island all along. Yo, 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 yo. 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 Oh, he hit it right at him, bro. Oh, he hit it right at him. Oi. That was a nice run, but Kaoru Mitoma is not the guy that they want in that spot. Just hits a knuckling, you know, kind of a twisting ball right at Livakovic. But he has some angles on that. That's a goal. Oi! At least he didn't appeal for a penalty there. Most guys would have. Maybe y'all see that? It did hit his hand. Would have been a very controversial call. That ball did hit him in the hand. Okay, here goes Japan, Sakai. Asano. Oh. All right, that was a slightly below average bagel, but it will hold us over through the rest of this game. $15 more minutes, baby. We look so dead set for pins, it's not even funny. If there is a team that is more likely to win in extra time, not in penalties, I think it's only Croatia. I think Croatia is the only team that can win that's not in penalties now. Sub for Japan. Interesting. Love the timing. Tanaka's in. A header from Tomiyasu in 122 minutes. You heard it here first. Bro, if you called that, I will be impressed. I bet on Japan in a shootout. They are warriors. I had Croatia in a penalty shootout. Was my pick after a 1-1 match. Japan's energy levels are impressive. I honestly don't think so. I think Japan, after the first 60 minutes, has really faded out of this game, and Croatia's made some things happen. And now Croatia's bringing in Lovro Meyer. Not Lovro Meyer. What is his name? Marco Lavaya. Orsic and Lavaya. I'd say Budimir, who was a sub, just got subbed out. I love it. Oh, and Perisic. Oh, my goodness. Okay, so they brought in Mislav Orsic for Perisic. He's a winger. But they literally just took out Perisic. Holy smokes. Modric and Perisic aren't even on the field. This is the new Croatia, chat. They brought out Budimir, the other sub, for Marco Lavaya, and they brought out Perisic from Mislav Orsic. Oh, my timer. Yeah, sorry. Sorry. He's removing his most experienced players? Yes, he is. It's interesting, but at the same time, Zlatko Dalic has like the job for life, you know? He has the confidence and the tenure and the respect of his players to make any decision, and that's the decision he thinks is best. To sub out another substitute, Modric and Perisic. Yes, both goal scorers have come off. Correct. And Maeda always comes off, all right? Maeda is energy for the first hour, and then he's off for the last 30 minutes, but now we're here. Hey, Woot Vekin. Vout Vekin, thank you for the $5 donation to Amnesty International. I appreciate it. You are awesome. How many? You get one extra sub and one extra substitution window. Croatia has made all 6 of its subs. They subbed out one of their subs. Japan does have one extra sub and I think one other sub window. I think. Yeah, I think they do. I think they still have a sub window and one extra sub they might be saving for a shootout. Croatia's done with subs. I mean, he slipped. I get that call. I already have a monthly payment to Amnesty, so I love the cause. Dude, that's awesome. What was the point of the Budimir? Thank you for keeping it rolling here. What was the point of the Budimir sub? Clearly, Budimir didn't play as well as Zlatko Dalic thought he was going to play because he just subbed him off after subbing him on. Oh, on the second ball. That's a good pass. Mitoma. Oh, that just kept running away from him. Japan looked dangerous, so they can't put their chances away. Croatia's looked more dangerous in extra time. Honestly, it's the first time in a long time Japan's really forayed. Oh, yeah. The way he's been reffing the game, that's got to be called. Oh, there you go. That was a lot more progressive, and yet they've gone backwards again. There we go, Matoma. Oh. Well, that's a long run for Taniguchi, who's been on the field the entire game. Good cross, trying to settle and shoot, but no. Oh, corner. Oh, he shouldn't have let that go. Whoa, Hio! Shuichi Gonda with a roll of the dice there. There goes 10 years thanks to Shuichi Gonda. Yeah, that's true. Juranovic has a good long throw. Apparently, he cannot get a ball that he likes, though, so... Somebody help my boy out. That was a poor throw. His last one was better. Yo, Gonda called for that and then didn't actually go for it. Fallish looking play there. Good turn by Liar. That was calm defending. I don't know. You don't like the ball hitting the ground in that situation. That was an exceptional play by Pasalic. Caught Matoma walking. And Juranovic for the umpteenth time. Here's the throw. Dude, Gonda's looking for these counters on these punts is so fun. Asano now has to hold the ball up for a year and a half because nobody's there. Nice. Seriously, off the throw, it's like Japan's best offense is Gonda punt it. Oh, Asano. And out. Oy. Along's extra time, we have 6 minutes left, and then there might be some added time at the end of that. But the end of extra time is 120 minutes, 120. All right, Endo. Mayo, little diciness. Okay. Livakovic handles. Yo. Yo. Yeah, that's foul. And a cramp and everything else. And now that we get to 115 minutes, the game is very, very, very stop and start. We're closing in on penalty kicks, chap. So what I would recommend doing is for penalty kicks, you're probably going to want to be synced up with me. So if you are behind me, you can slow me down using Twitch DVR. If you are ahead of me and you have the ability to pause what you're watching, you might want to sync up with the clock now so that we're watching it exactly the same time. Even if you don't normally care about it, there is no clock for a penalty shootout. So if you want to be synced for the penalty shootout, you have to get synced up now in order for it to happen. Because I'm feeling a likely penalty shootout situation here. Can't delay my TV. I used to have that box on the TV where I would hit pause on it. Da da da. Da 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 da. Da da da. Da da da. The soundtrack to my life for the last 2 hours. What do I do if I'm ahead? You have to find a way to delay your stream. Or if you're ahead, you can just, watch me react and react to the chat after it happens for you. Oh. I don't know why I'm saying, oh, there's nothing on. Oh, maybe we don't need it. This is better. Oh, this is better. Oh, better from Croatia, who have looked better for the last hour. Is that a head injury? Don't we just call this? Yeah. Bye, chat. I'm about to close you right now. I like how they make him go off just because the trainers happen to wander over to him while he was standing up. Like, yeah, get off the field. Hey, wave him back on right away. That's fine. I was just like, come on. He didn't ask for the trainers, dude. It's just getting up. How did he keep that in? One minute of stoppage time. Oh, good block. Wow, that layoff was bad from Asano, and that might open something up for Croatia. Oh, bad shot was always going wide. Wow. That was like one of the best looks we've had in the last hour. You know what? Io, let's do it. We're going to go emote only for pins. I think that's the best way to do it. I think we'll go emote only for penalties. Because after this goal kick, we should be there. Well, let's do it. You asked it earlier. Let's go emote only. You can just send emotes, yeah. All right. For the first time at this World Cup, we are headed to penalties. It is 1-1 between Japan and Croatia. And now it comes down to Shoichi Ganda against Dominik Lovakovic. Wow. All right, how are we going to do this on our scoreboard here, chat? I'm just going to go ahead and make a... Pins! Let's go, baby! All right. I'm going to do a text box right here. I'll do a, we'll do a who made it and who missed it over on the left side. All right. Okay, chat. Who's winning the penalty shootout? I said Croatia in penalties after a 1-1 match. This is your last chance to get it in because we're going emote only for the pins. Who wins it in a penalty shootout? Is it World Cup knockout heroes Croatia, or is it Japan getting to its first ever World Cup quarterfinal from the penalty spot? Good luck to both teams. Good luck to fans of both teams. Croatia and Japan in a penalty shootout. Our first extra time game at this World Cup. And honestly, if you were predicting the round of 16 game that went to extra time, Japan, Croatia looked pretty bang on likely to be the one. So we'll see who's taken first here. We'll see who's taken first. A Shoichi Ganda against Dominik Lovakovic. Two guys that grew up half a world away that are now going to be inexorably tied for the rest of their lives. Over the experience they're about to share for the next 15 minutes, maybe. Minamino is the first taker. All right. Takumi Minamino, the opening taker for Japan. Japanese fans on edge. Minamino has just put the ball on the spot. Japan has never been to the World Cup quarterfinal. Croatia, one of the best nations in the world, being completely honest. Minamino's penalty is saved! Saved by Livakovic, and it was not a good one. It was not a good penalty by Takumi Minamino. Was not a good penalty. And Livakovic saves easily. And all of a sudden, it feels like it might just be Croatia again. The taker for Croatia, Nikola Vlasic. His penalty, is good. Minamino, no. Vlasic, yes. 1-0 Croatia on penalties. And that brings us to Mitoma. Kaoru Mitoma. Japan behind by 1. Mitoma saved. Dominik Livakovic, easy. Making it look easy. Dominik Livakovic, and Japan looks like a deer in headlights right now. Japan looks like a deer in headlights. That was a solid save. And the Japanese look set for heartbreak at the World Cup again. It's Marcelo Brozovic, the only midfielder that was able to stay out there. Brozovic. Brozovic! Right down the middle. It's 2-0 Croatia. Oh, goodness. Oh, goodness, chat. The Croatians just, they look so much more comfortable in this situation. It's a fantastic penalty. Livakovic has been immense, but you can't really blame Gonda. He just hasn't saved 2 penalties. They absolutely need this one. It is Takuma Asano. He has to convert this for Japan. Simply has to score this. Takuma Asano. Good pen. Sent him the wrong way. That is a clean conversion for Takuma Asano. And now maybe Japan can work its way back in this shootout. 2-1. It is 2-1 to Croatia, and they have one more penalty to take than Japan. Who is this? Still hasn't said. Marco Lavia. I know before JP De La Camera, apparently. It's Marco Lavia. The striker, Lavia. Oh, he missed it! Oh, it was terrible! And it was saved if it was on target. What was that penalty for Marco Lavia? Minamino vibes there. Marco Lavia thought he had it all cool. And then he was trying to do the whole no-look penalty thing, and then the guy went the right way, and he didn't change direction. He just pushed it wide. And we are still alive here. Maya Yoshida is next. Maya Yoshida. Oh, it's saved by Livakovic. And now if Croatia scores, it's over. Unbelievable. One more goal from Croatia from the spot on 2 attempts, and they are going to the quarterfinals. Dominik Livakovic, dominant performance in this penalty shootout. Mario Pasalic. To win it for Croatia, easy. In the corner, Croatia's going to the quarterfinals of the World Cup. And it's all Dominik Livakovic with 3 penalty saves. Heartbreak for Japan. And Croatia's magic in the World Cup continues. Japan's heartbreak in the World Cup continues as they exit in arguably even more cruel fashion than they did 4 years ago and have still never been to a World Cup quarterfinal ever. And they have come oh so close. They eliminated Germany. They beat Spain. But Croatia was a bridge too far. I was right. I was rooting for Japan. But I was right on my predictions at the end. You know, I said it was 1-1 Croatian penalties because of their experience. That's what we got. And a massive performance from Dominik Livakovic in a World Cup penalty shootout. Japan really just didn't hit the ball hard enough from the spot. Tears in the stands. You feel bad for the Japanese fans, but they weren't good enough from the penalty spot. They didn't have it mentally from the penalty spot today to win this game. And I don't blame Gonda. I thought Gonda was fine, right? 25% of the balls didn't go in the back of the net for Gonda, but Dominik Livakovic was fantastic. They hit the target all 4 times. Livakovic made 3 saves, and Japan has been eliminated from the World Cup in the round of 16 for the 2nd consecutive World Cup. It is a cruel sport and a cruel world for the Japanese here. But Croatia is one of the best teams in the world, and they continue to prove it. Sound, experienced, and keeping their World Cup dreams alive to try and go one further than they did in the last tournament. All right, guys, we have more World Cup action coming up next. South Korea plays in a David and Goliath tie with Brazil in the round of 16 as Brazil tries to make the quarterfinals for the 8th consecutive World Cup, which is an incredible streak. It will be Croatia playing the winner of Brazil and South Korea in the World Cup quarterfinals. You feel bad for Japan, but this is Croatia's. This is their bread and butter. This is what they do. So we'll be on in about an hour for Brazil and South Korea. Thank you guys for hanging out, for joining. And I will see you in an hour. Have a great lunch. I don't know, dinner, breakfast, depends on where you are in the world. Get hydrated, get a nap, whatever you need, because more glorious World Cup beauty is coming up next. Pour one out for your Japanese friends tonight and congratulate your Croatian friends.